What's good, everybody? It's just your neighborhood angler, MoneyBass, out here about to do this thing we call Bass for Cash, guys. You know the routine. I get out here on a weekly basis. Let me pick that up. Don't want to lose that. I get out here on a weekly basis, guys. See how many fish we can get to the boat. And as I get the fish to the boat, all you have to do is be a subscriber to the channel. That is thing one. Number two, you just have to guess the exact weight of the fish that I bring to the boat, and bam, just like that, you have some nice Valentine's Day money headed straight to your bank account. All right, so we're gonna get out here and have some fun, guys. We're out here for a good time, not a long time. As you come into the chat, make sure you go ahead and hit that like button for me, guys. The likes always help boost us out there and get things going. And remember, 70 likes make the fish bite. So today we're gonna continue on what we were doing yesterday. Gonna head back over to the same area that I showed you guys on fishxlive.com. Want to give a big shout out to fishxlive.com, one of the sponsors for Bass for Cash, and also want to give a big shout out to SWAT Lawn Operations, guys. Remember, as you come into the chat, make sure you hit that like button so we can go ahead and get things rolling, and it won't hold us up whenever it's time to get things, get things cracking with the scales, guys. All right, so just hang in there with me. We're gonna see how fast this baby will go. I'm running a Nitro Z20, 250 horsepower, 4-stroke motor on here. So we're gonna run over here to the first spot and just come along for the ride, guys. Like I said, make sure you introduce yourselves in the chat, and let's have some fun with it, guys. All right, what's going on, everybody? It is time to get things rolling. I told you we were going to start off where we left off yesterday, and we're going to continue with the same trend that we've past few times we've been out here enjoying some time on the lake, and that is some cranking, guys. Let's go ahead and get this. What is this? This Ducket. I believe this is a Zeus 7-foot medium cranking rod. We're gonna be throwing a crankbait on that Spro rock crawler. I showed you guys the breakdown of that last time. What's going on, Martavius? We have Martavius tuning in. As you guys come into the chat, please make sure you go ahead and hit that like button for me. And we're gonna see what we can do out here. All right, so we already have everything up and rolling. So we have some nice laydowns over here. So let's go ahead and kind of work this crankbait through there. What's going on, Peyton? Peyton says, what lake am I on? I am on Lake Lanier down here in Georgia. Hippie Dave says this is last day of membership. Uh-oh. And some of you may be wondering, why is Hippie Dave telling everybody that today is his last day of membership? That is because we are doing this thing called Bass for Cash, where I get out here on a weekly basis. Let's go ahead and get this set up on some mapping, or should we do some 360? Let's put this one on 360, guys. But what I do is get out here on a weekly basis, see how many fish we can get to the boat. Sometimes we're out here for maybe 2-3 hours, something like that. Not a long time, just a good time, have some good conversation, catch a few fish. As I bring the fish to the boat, all you guys have to do is be a subscriber to the channel. It does not cost a thing to participate in Bass for Cash. And what Bass for Cash is, if you have seen the title of this live stream, there is currently $100 up for grabs in the pot, in the Bass for Cash pot, guys. So as the fish are brought to the boat, those funds are paid out in increments. So with each fish caught, you have a chance to win a $20 bill, all right? Now, going back to what Hippie Dave said, he said today is his last day of membership. Now, membership does have its privileges. The members of the channel, they get 2 guesses for each fish that is brought in. Everybody else, you get 1 guess per fish, all right? If you put more than 1 guess in that chat and you are not a member of the channel, you will be disqualified, all right? So you do not want to be DQ'd. You will be famous for the wrong reason. All right, so we keep it nice and simple. Shout out to the Money Team. Those are the people that you see that have a badge right next to their name. Do we have any members of the Money Team in here right now besides Hippie Dave? Looks like Hippie Dave is rolling solo today, the only member of the Money Team in the chat so far. All right, and remember, as you guys come into the chat, always make sure you go ahead and hit that like button for me. It definitely does help out the channel. All right, so right now we're sitting in about 16 feet of water, guys. Bumping this crankbait through these rocks. Let's see, did I get it hung up? Yeah, guys, that one of those rocks got me. This rock crawler, it was crawling, but it was a rock. It got hung up that time. What's going on, Brian? Good to see you in the chat. What's going on, Roy? He says, afternoon to you, Money. I see you are still working with the crankbait. That's right. I don't know if you saw it yesterday, Roy, but we popped a 3.85 in the mouthpiece yesterday with the crankbait. So we're going to keep it rolling for right now. It's been good to me for the past few times I was out here. So we'll keep it going for right now. Man, but these rocks, you guys see these rocks? We're up extra shallow. Now, where did the crankbait go? Let's see if we can get that thing loose. I don't want to lose my crankbait. There we go. I got you back. Now, Rory, did you see this crankbait down in the rocks? What do you think I need to do? What would you do if your crankbait just came out of the rocks like that? All right, Martavia says, MoneyBass, has there been more than one winner on the same fish weight? And how does the money get dispersed out evenly? It's not dispersed out evenly. There is a tier system to determine who gets paid in the case there's more than one person that puts the same guess in the chat. Uh-oh, guys, where did I put my... Thought I didn't have my clippers. All right, so Martavius, basically what happens, membership does have its privileges, and it has happened on more than one occasion. If there are 2 people that guess the same weight, there's a tiebreaker that will be done. That tiebreaker will go to the member of the channel. So if you are a member of the Money Team, like I said, membership does have its privileges. If you are a member of the channel, then you will take priority. Your guess will take priority over a non-member, all right? Now, if 2 members or 2 non-members guess the same weight, it goes to whoever guessed that weight first. All right, so there we go. So hopefully that answers your question. If you guys have any other questions, make sure you drop those down in the chat. But like I said, we're out here for a good time, not a long time. So what kind of things do you guys have going on this weekend? Anybody getting into anything interesting? You know, I'll be in and out of the chat, seeing what you guys have to say. But I do want you guys to set your calendars for tomorrow. Man, look at that right there. I'm glad I decided to retie, but I need to fix this thing right here because it has a knot in there that should not be there. And I do not know how that happened. So let's fix that. But tomorrow, 10 a.m., guys, I will be hosting a live stream that will be taking place in Cartersville, Georgia at the NOE Outdoors Expo. All right. The NOE Outdoors Expo. Now, if you guys remember the last expo that I went to, there was a lot of, let's just get this line right. There were a lot of products that you guys have never seen before. And you guys were able to actually place your orders and kind of, you know, get behind the scenes access to some of the products that have not been released out to everybody yet. And you were able to go ahead and put in your orders over the phone and they ship those orders out to you. So we'll be doing the same thing, guys. We're going to be interviewing some of the vendors. We're going to be talking about some hot topics and things like that going on in the fishing industry. One, which I know some of you guys have already been paying attention to, the things that have been going on with the MLF format and how they have now, I think they've finished stage 1. They're currently on stage 2, where they have one, goodness, what is it called? One, it's not a, I'm trying to think of the word. Because they're broken up into not stages, but quarters. I think it's quarters or something like that. But they can only use, oh my goodness, guys, what is that out there? Look at this. Do you see that? Let's see what is that, guys? Oh man, and my crankbait would be all fouled up, looking crazy. Man, don't you just hate a missed opportunity? I don't know what kind of fish those were. But they're gone. They were moving. Let's see if we can find them again. We're searching out to about 90 feet. There we go. One period. That's right. One period they can use their forward-facing sonar. Now, I just saw a bunch of fish out here swimming around, guys. There they go. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know what kind of fish those are, but they weren't interested in this crankbait. All right, so yeah, so basically they have one period where they can use their forward-facing sonar. And now, man, we are drifting fast. But now we see, you know, some of the results that come along with that. So we'll kind of touch on that a little bit. And, of course, go over some of the new baits and new gear and things like that as we come across it and we interview some of the vendors. So make sure you guys are online tomorrow, 10 a.m., the NOE Outdoors Expo. The link is actually already up on my channel, so you guys can go ahead and click on that so you'll receive the notification. All right, you never know, maybe we'll do some type of giveaway, not really sure yet, but we'll see. The burning season says that didn't change anything. 81% of the fish weighed were caught on forward-facing sonar. The burning season also says, but now we see they can't catch them without forward-facing sonar. I thought Jacob Wheeler, I thought he caught like that 8-pounder, 6-pounder, all those big fish. Didn't he catch those without forward-facing sonar? Or am I wrong? What do you guys think? Is that right or wrong? I didn't see the entire, well, actually, I think that's on Harris Chain where they're at right now. But yeah, I missed the first one, the one on Conroe. And actually, burning season, you may actually know the answer to this, but is there a way to go back and watch a replay of the MLF tournament once it is already aired? How can you go back and catch a replay? What's going on, Texas Snoop? Ellis says it was 60 pounds. Okay. But I wonder what his best five would have been, the best five that he caught without using his forward-facing sonar. Does anybody know? All right, so if everybody just tuning in, we are just getting started. We have only been out here fishing for maybe about 10 minutes, something like that maybe. Made a nice little run. I told you guys we would start off from the place where we left off yesterday and head back into the, fish a little further back into the coves today. There were some bait fish back there yesterday and some other things that looked kind of interesting. So I figured we'd go ahead and start off there. But yeah, if you guys could, please go ahead and hit the like button on your way in so we can keep those likes up. The burning season says, well, I would hope you could catch a few fish in 4 hours of fishing. But yes, a majority of guys' first tourney didn't do anything without forward-facing sonar. Yeah, the reason I was asking that is because traditionally it's a 5-fish format and you do fish for, what, about 8 hours? And all you have to do is bring in 5 fish, but you're trying to bring in your biggest 5 fish. So that's why I was wondering what was if they knew what the biggest 5 were during the non-forward-facing sonar periods. What's going on, Mark David? We have Mark tuning in. Make sure you guys hit that like button on the way in. Really appreciate you for stopping by on a nice Friday, Valentine's Day. We're going to be out here for a good time, not a long time, because I will be right back in the morning live at the NOE Outdoors Expo. We're gonna fish back here in this cove. Been having some fun with this crankbait for the past few times I've been out here, so I figured we keep on rolling with that. Just fishing it right through some laydowns. You guys saw how I showed you the other day, how I throw it right into the laydowns and just kind of fish it kind of slow, and then when it bangs off of those branches, kind of pause for a second, let it float up, and just keep it coming right over those branches. Sometimes that's right when that fish comes up and like, let me go ahead and take a bite of that. Let me taste that. And so I'm fishing today. This is a 7-foot, I think it's a Duckett Zeus cranking rod. All right, thought I may have had a little something. Something grabbed a hold of my crankbait, but it may have been a branch instead of a fish that time. Appreciate everybody for tuning in on this fabulous Friday, guys. We're trying to see who's going to walk away with some Valentine's Day money doing this thing called Bass for Cash. Now, do we have anybody new in the chat right now? Is there anybody that is new to the channel? Is this your first time tuning into the channel? I always like to welcome everybody to the channel, and if I need to, give you a quick breakdown of what Bass for Cash is and what you have to do in order to walk away with a little cash in your pocket for just hanging out with your partner MoneyBass and having some fun out here on the lake. The burning season says, the problem is you have to use forward-facing sonar or you literally have no shot at winning. So do you think that the use of, well, adding it in the mix the way that they did kind of makes it to where you have to be a well-rounded angler? So you need to be able to use a little bit of everything. Because could you win? Let's say if, like how people, have said before, like some of the guys, they can't catch any fish without forward-facing sonar. So let's say that all of the weight that they catch is only during that forward-facing sonar period. Are they catching enough weight in order to win off of that period alone. And like I said, I did not see the first tournament, so I don't really know the stats on that. So maybe somebody that's watching knows a little bit more of that than I do. So is anybody going to be fishing a tournament coming up this weekend? Does anybody have anything in place? Any tournaments coming up or anything like that? Or just going to be heading to the lake to do a little fun fishing? What kind of plans do you guys have? Burn season says nope, because they catch so many during the forward-facing sonar period. So Ellis, you have a tournament on Lake Hartwell. How do you generally do on Lake Hartwell, Ellis? What size bags do you generally bring in on Lake Hartwell? Let's go ahead and fish this cove real quick. So there's a few docks back here in this cove. So I'm just gonna run over here and fish a little bit of it. I see some clay banks. I don't really see any rocks back there. And that's kind of what I've been trying to target, are rocks right now. All right, Ella says 11 to 15 pounds. Okay, all right, that's pretty cool. That's pretty good for Lake Hartwell. Chef Boy says, here it go. He said, time to make this money that you spent back. All right, so you're back to get some of those funds, get some of this bass for cash. Some of this cash for a bass, right? So we're still gonna be focusing on cranking, guys. So I'm running a 6 to 8 to 1 gear ratio reel. Just kind of doing it at kind of a moderate speed, not really anything too fast, especially when it's just open water or I'm just banging it off of the bottom. Let's cast right over there in between those two docks, see if there's anything in there waiting for a nice crankbait to come sliding through there. What's going on, Emmett? Emmett says, hey, how's it going? I see you throwing my favorite bait, and we have a club tournament in my little hometown called the Lake, what is that, Fossey Point? Okay, good deal. Chip Boy says, oh, that was a good cast. It would have been a better cast if a fish had agreed with you, right? All right, so let's see. What does Burning Season see? Burning Season says, Money, you ever been to Lake Murray? I sure have. I mean, it was looking pretty good too. I found some nice areas. I found some isolated rocks offshore on that lake, man. This was before forward-facing sonar, though. That's the only time I was there, and I was actually there pre-fishing on a Friday. I don't believe I was there Thursday and Friday. I think I was just there on that Friday. Pre-fish, found a lot of good areas that I was planning on going out there and making some things happen. And then back then I had a Stratus with a 225 Evinrude on the back. So tournament morning when I went to crank my boat up, it was a no-go. It wouldn't start. So my day started and ended very quick because where we put in at, the wind was kind of rough. I was able to idle around, but I could not get on plane at all. And the wind and the waves on that lake, they were not compromising. So there was no negotiation with that. So I was kind of confined into the cove where the boat ramp was at. And it was definitely going to be a no-go from there. So we went ahead and packed up and just left early. And that was the only time I was at Lake Murray. But I got a lot of good waypoints and stuff like that marked for that lake. So if I ever do go back, you know, I might have a little something. Won't have to really put in a lot of effort into pre-fishing, depending on what time of the year it is. We have Bass Brawlers. What's going on? Good to have you back in the chat. Burning Season says, I have a championship there in April. The Yankee is headed down south. Oh, my goodness, Burning Season. What tournament is that? What tournament is it that you're fishing? Is it a club tournament? Fish for Dollar says 3 weeks, 6 days till Clark's Hill. He's itching. He's ready to go. What does Ellis say? He says Lake Murray, top water for me. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Oh, yeah. You find those fish on top water out there. You can catch some real nice size largemouth out there on Murray. Emmett says, have you ever fished Toledo Bend or Sam Rayburn? I have not, but I've heard both of those are some great lakes. Brian says, do I have a tournament tomorrow? No, sir. I will be at an expo tomorrow. So tomorrow I will be at the NOE Outdoors Expo. So there's currently a link already up for that expo. I will be hosting a live there. So make sure you guys mark that on your calendar. Head on over to the channel and click on that link so that you will be notified. But we are going to start at around 10 a.m., guys, 10 a.m. And I will be showcasing a lot of the vendors that are there. We'll be talking more about some hot topics and things like that you guys have been bringing up to me. And you never know. You never know. You may see something in there that may catch your eye, because there will be products that I'm pretty sure that you will not be able to get anyplace else unless you find it from these particular vendors. And like we did last time, they allowed, you know, some of you guys to get discounts. I think you just had to use the code, what was it, MoneyBass or something like that, to get that discount code. Whoa, the burning season. You fish with the Fishers of Men? Oh my goodness. Those guys are pretty good. You're gonna need some weight. You're gonna definitely need some weight with those guys, cause they don't play. They don't play. But yeah, that's a good tournament trail. Brian says our buddy has one tomorrow. Who has a tournament tomorrow? What's going on, Small Water Charters, back in the chat? Good to see you. All right, so we're gonna be sticking with this crankbait, but as you guys know, I did have a fish on yesterday with my minnow bait. So we're just gonna get that ready, because I've had 2 fish on, guys, and did not get either one to the boat yet. So I have not officially caught a fish on this minnow bait yet. You guys know that's the kind of the craze and everything that's going around right now, but I haven't really spent enough time to get that technique down. Okay, what lake is T gonna be fishing at? Is he fishing West Point? The burning season says, yeah, AOI 3 years in a row. Them Southern boys about to get free fit. Wait a minute. Hold on. Burning season, are you saying you got Angler of the Year 3 years in a row with Fishers of Men? Dwayne Parker says, double tap that like button. That's right. Go ahead and double tap your screen, guys. To activate the likes, all you have to do is double tap your screen. It really does help out the channel, guys. And remember, 60 to 70 likes make the fish bite. That's all we need, about 60 to 70 likes. So we're gonna see. We're here a little earlier than what we were yesterday, and there were some bait fish that were in the area yesterday. So we're gonna just take a look around out here and see. If they're still out here, guys. All right, Brian says, you had one. That's right. I did have one on the little minnow bait yesterday, but I did not get it to the boat. So I've had 2 fish on and haven't got either one to the boat. All right, we have squiggly lines in the chat. Says, what we catching, bro? We're not catching anything yet. We're just getting started. But we're out here focusing on spotted bass is what we're looking for. So the burning season says, yes, for Kentucky State and Division of the Fishers of Men is a national circuit. So wait a minute, the burning season. You are telling me that you won Angler of the Year 3 years in a row with Fishers of Men. I'm just double checking because I know those guys come in with some weight. So that's what you're saying, that you were Angler of the Year 3 years in a row with Fishers of Men, with the Fishers of Men tournament trail. Fisherman Doll says fishing Murray can be tough. Now the burning season, I'm waiting to see if he says yes, that he has 3 Angler of the Year trophies from the Fishers of Men. That's very, very impressive. He says, yes, in my state. Oh my goodness. Well, congratulations, man. You might know a little something. The birds, you might know a little something if you did something like that. Dwayne said he's looking. Yeah, that's pretty impressive. What's going on, Gary? We have Gary tuning in. The burning season says, bro, I'm a humble person, but I've been fishing tourneys since I was, I thought it said 1 at first. Since I was 13, I have boxes full of trophies. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I mean, it's still impressive. Fishers of Men, those guys, they know what they're doing out there. What's going on? We have Texas Edits in the chat. Man, I don't know if you guys can see it, but back here, these docks have a bunch of cables and stuff going through, so I can't really fish the crankbait, these crankbaits through here the way that I really want. And I'm just kind of looking around, seeing if I can see those bait fish, because I really do want to catch a fish on one of these minnow baits. I mean, you see everybody else doing it. I've been trying it, but I haven't made it happen. Fishing for Dollars knows the D, says, congrats, very impressive. I agree. Oh, there we go, guys. Let's see. Let's see. All right, so this dock right here does have some fish on it, guys. What's going on, Gary? He says, have you got anything yet? He's like, I know you're just getting started, but what's taking you so long? Texas Eddie says, what are you fishing? I'm fishing for spotted bass. Right now, what I was throwing was this little jig head minnow that you hear about everybody catching fish on right now, but I have never caught anything on it. I've stuck 2, but on the way to the boat, they came off. I wasn't able to get them all the way to the boat. All right, since there are some fish on this dock, let's throw this shaky head and just run it right down the side of this dock. Brian says, it is next weekend on Oconee. That is right. I will be fishing Lake Oconee next weekend. I forgot all about that. I didn't realize it was so soon. It was that close. But yes, I will be on Lake Oconee next weekend. The burning season says, money. Next year, rumors are the championship is on Gunnersville. You might want to fish with them this year to get qualified. Man, Gunnersville is not one of my favorite lakes. It's not a fun lake for me. Man, you get out there and catch all those 14, because the size limit is 15 inches. You get out there and catch all those 14 and something inches. I mean, you being a 3-time AOI, I know you probably get out there and catch some of those 6 and 7 pounders. I mean, the biggest fish I've caught on Gunnersville, let me think. I think was that 6.5. I caught a 6.5 on Gunnersville. But I haven't been able to consistently catch those 4, 5, 6, 7 pounders out there on Gunnersville. And it's a 3-hour ride for me too, so I don't really get to put in as much time out there as what I think I would need. We have the Warrior tuning in. Everything is going good. Fish for a Dollar says he loves Gville. Gunnersville has always been tough to me. I mean, I feel like I could go out there and catch 10 pounds pretty consistent, but 10 pounds is the same as 0 pounds when you're fishing against guys in the tournament on that lake. If you come in with 10 pounds and somebody else comes in with 0, you both get the same thing at the end of the tournament. Clint Perry says, we are used to 14-inch bass. Fish for a Dollar says 25-pound sacks. That is correct. You have to come with it when you go to Gunnersville. It's not for play. Yeah, you go to Gunnersville and come in with a 10-pound bag, they'll say, thank you for the donation. You know when you take stuff to Goodwill and they give you the little donation slips and they write down what you donated? If you go to Gunnersville and you come in with 10 pounds, they might as well give you a charity donation slip at the weigh-in. We appreciate your charitable donation. It's a pretty nice looking 10-pound bag. Bernstein says first is a 21-foot bass cat and second is an 18-foot worth of shot money. Uh-oh, C219 Troll is going to be back out there taking their money again. He said it is the National Crappie League Championship. Well, good luck on your tournament. So I will be at an expo tomorrow, guys. So do we have any new viewers in the chat right now? Anybody new to the channel in the chat right now? If you are a new, somebody new stopping through, first time on the channel, type the word new in the chat. We have Charlie. Charlie says me. So Charlie, you're new to the channel. Appreciate you for stopping by. All right, Fish for a Dollar says any free boat is worth the time. But yeah, really appreciate you for stopping through. So we're out here doing this thing we call Bass for Cash, Charlie. Bass for Cash is where I come out here on a weekly basis. You know, come out here for some fun. We're out here for a good time, not a long time. Maybe like 2 to 3 hours. See if we can get some fish to the boat. And as I get fish to the boat, all you have to do is guess the weight of the fish that I bring to the boat. If you can do that, then you will walk away with a nice cash payout. All right. It does not cost a thing to participate. All that you have to do is be a subscriber to the channel. That is it. All right. So just make sure you hit that subscribe button, guess the exact weight of the fish, and bam, just like that, you get a nice little payout. What's going on, George? We have George Tyson in the chat. Good to see you. All right, hopefully you heard the little breakdown of what we're doing out here. get to out here on a weekly basis. Just play around with a few different baits, seeing what we can get these fish to bite. So we're finding fish, guys, but right now I haven't found a location where we have some active fish yet. So we'll see. We'll see how long it takes us to find some of these active fish. So we're back in the coves today. And actually, I'm supposed to be cranking, guys. But you see, I picked up the shaky head because I saw some fish down there relating to the bottom. But the crankbait that I'm throwing actually will go down deep enough to where it can target those fish on the bottom too. What's going on, Parquet? He says, Money, you still dangling? Oh, you caught me. I thought I could get away with it because I didn't see Frisco in the chat. What's going on, DeQuante? He says, well, what you waiting on? Oh, you want me to go ahead and catch it, huh? Like, I can see him. Since I can see it, I need to catch it. All right, we'll see what we can make happen. Gary says, how much is in the pot? So what is in the Bass for Cash payout is $100. There's always $100 in that Bass for Cash payout, guys. And what we do for each fish that is caught and somebody guesses the exact weight of that fish, there will be a $20 payout per fish, all right? The second thing, if you are a member of the channel, the people that you see that have a badge next to their name, like Gary says how much is in the pot. So you see that badge next to his name, that means he is a member of the channel, a member of the Money Team. The members of the Money Team, they get 2 guesses per fish, so that means they have twice the chance to win. All you have to do to participate is hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and guess the weight of the fish. That's it. That's it, guys. Just that quick and easy. The other benefit that the Money Team members have is that they get twice the payout. So they have twice the chance to win, and they also get twice the payout for each fish that they guess the weight for, all right? George says, I'm waiting on you, brother. Where's the fish at? Yeah, so the water is a little rougher than yesterday. So we may have to move. Conditions have changed a little bit. We'll still go ahead and fish out this entire cove. See how long that takes us. Once we get out of this cove, then we'll head over to another one. Fisherman Dog says, double up. Gary says, I need more than 2 guesses. Here, I haven't been able to guess anything yet. Yeah, Gary, I mean, some guys have come in here, they've won multiple times. I don't know how they were able to do it. Shout out to Mask Off Fishing. He comes in, once he hears a fish is caught, like right now, he may be listening. He may be watching, but he's not saying anything. And then as soon as, he hears the word bendation, then he's ready to hop in here and try to take everybody's money, right? Sean says, what lake? I'm out here on Lake Lanier, Georgia. We're targeting spotted bass right now. So after I get this in, I'm going to pick my crankbait back up, and we're going to go ahead and get back to moving, guys. Fisher Vidal says he missed by 100th last time. So what did you guess, Fisher Vidal? What did you guess for the weight of the fish? And how much did the fish weigh? And I think that was yesterday, right? Pro Doc says, what you fishing? Right now I'm fishing a shaky head, and we're targeting spotted bass. But I'm about to put this back down and pick up the crankbait, and we're going to keep on moving and covering water. Because we're headed back into these coves, and that's kind of where I caught some fish at last time. So let's see. Yeah, we're still kind of a distance away from where I was catching those fish the other day. So I don't know if we're going to make it over there or not. All right, so let's go ahead and get things back rolling. We have HV says carp, out there doing some carp fishing. Naomi says be safe out there. Appreciate that. Proc Doc says fish fry Friday. I don't know if we're gonna have a fish fry, but hopefully we can have a quick Bass for Cash session where somebody can walk away with a little cash for their pocket. Uh-oh, I see something, guys. I see something. Let's back off of these fish right here. So those fish that I see are about 25 feet down there. This crankbait is not gonna make it that far. So what we're gonna do is pick up this little minnow bait. We'll throw this 2 or 3 times. And if we don't get anything to commit to that, then we'll go back to the bottom again with the shaky head. Fish for Doll says it was 258, I believe. Last time I was on, no one hit yesterday. Mask Off got me with a 259. That is right. I remember that one. Sean says good luck. From Warner Robbins. Appreciate you for tuning in. What's going on, Terry? Terry says 3.1 will be the next catch. All right. That's possible. That's doable. Yesterday we had what was the biggest one? The fish yesterday was 385, I believe. 385, but nobody gets the correct weight on that. So that fish didn't get anybody any money. Guess nobody wanted those funds, right? Look, guys, look who we have in the chat. Says, I remember that too. I bet he does. Mask Off, how many times have you actually won? How many times have you won? You won too many times. Dwayne said Mask Off must feel that a catch is near for him to show up in the chat, huh? Mask Off says, I plead the fifth. The first, second, third, fourth, and fifth. Lorenzo says, where's the fish at? The fish are out there swimming around right now, Lorenzo. They're out there hanging out with their buddies. All right. Let's go ahead and keep on cranking, guys. David says, afternoon, fishing or catching today? Right now, we're fishing. We're just doing some cranking. Dave Hale said, you're not fishing the docks? Not really, not really. I mean, we're cranking right now. It's pretty much what I've been focusing on. Terry says they're under the dock. Well, I'm trying to get them to come from under the dock and come and pop one of these crankbaits. David said the whoppers are under the docks with that Texas rig. Just saying. We're getting back here extra shallow now, guys. So some of these fish have been right down when the water, so we're sitting in 13 feet of water. So some of these fish have just been sitting right in the center of these coves in the back. What's going on, Voodoo? We have Voodoo back in the chat. Voodoo, that's right. You missed it yesterday, Voodoo. You know what happened yesterday. Yesterday's winning fish should have been a 3.85, but nobody wanted those funds. I think we were out here for about 2 hours, something like that. But nobody wanted any of that money, so I went ahead and packed up and went home, Voodoo. That's how bad it was. Nobody wanted the money. We're going to see if you guys change your mind for today, though. Voodoo says he has a tournament on Sunday. All right, what lake will you be fishing on Sunday? Also, Voodoo, you're going to be fishing the bayous and the marsh. What's going on, Sabrina? How you doing? Good to see you in the chat. David says, looks like you have some decent weather where you're at. I'm in Michigan, where it's about 0.25 degrees and all the lakes are frozen. Oh, yeah. I know some people are out there dealing with that rough weather and everything. But it hasn't got us yet. Oh my goodness, guys, here we go. Bait fish all the way in the back, guys. Bait fish are all the way in the back. All right, so we finally found some bait fish, and we're all the way in the back of this cove. So what we're gonna do, since we're kind of being pushed into the back of this cove, I'm gonna kind of go down and let the boat spin around and get repositioned. See if we can pick some of these fish off back here. How about that? How about that? Chef said, do I listen to a Drake? Not really. Not really. Oh, no, I'm not in Michigan. Somebody in the chat was saying they were in Michigan. And it's kind of frozen down there for them. All right, we're back here in 10 feet of water, so we're gonna go ahead and spin around, see if we can find those bait fish again. Don't see those bait fish. All right, let's go ahead and kind of burn through the rest of this cove and get out of here, guys, and head to another cove. There are those bait fish, but I don't see any bass around them. Bounce it right off of that log and nothing. All right, David, good to have you stop in for a minute. If anybody is new to the channel, welcome to the channel. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button on the way in. That's all that is required for you to participate in Bass for Cash. It does not cost a thing. All right. Once we get a fish to the boat, I will put that fish on the measuring board, let you guys take a good look at it, see if you can guess the weight of the fish. If you are a subscriber and you guess the weight of the fish, that is all that it takes. It does not cost a thing to participate, guys. right, there's some cover right under that dock. Proc Doc, really appreciate that. Just subscribe. Yeah, it's just that easy. That's it. All you have to do is be a subscriber to the channel. Appreciate that, Proc. Uh-oh, we have 5280 in the chat. He says, and your blood type must be B+. Now, what is that? What does that mean? Jonathan says, fish money, money, fish. All right, we're going to keep on cranking, guys. Keep on sticking and moving. Bernstein says, are you coming north this year? I doubt it. You know I don't like traveling. I don't like it. Oh my goodness, guys. That thing wrapped around that rail about 5 times. Uh-oh, looks like Gary has a confession. Gary says, hi, my name is Gary, and I got a problem with fishing. I just love it. Yep, fishing is fun. See if I can get my crankbait back, guys. You see how they have all these cables? There's cables crisscrossing everywhere through here. So it made it a little harder to kind of fish through here the way that I wanted. This is one of the few coves that I've came into where the docks have all these cables around it. Let me just ease up here and get my crankbait back. Goodness, it is not making it easy. Let's just go ahead and break it off and retie it because it's gonna need to be retied anyway, right? Voodoo said, watch out for the Karen. She may be getting ready to scream at you. Get off of my dock. right, Fishing Vidal says, what wax do I use on the nitro? I think it's called McGuire's, and there's some like detailing spray or something like that you can pretty much just use and keep some of those, what are the cloths called? The little fine fiber cloth that you use. Just keep a bag of those in the boat. All right, look at that back in action. Just make sure that I got the phrase out. All right, I think we're good to go. All right, so now we're gonna come back out of this cove and keep on rolling. Yeah, I think that's it, Voodoo. No water required. You just spray it, put it to work. There's a nice little lay down over here. Let's see if I can get through there without getting hung up. Appreciate everybody for tuning in today. As you come into the live stream, please make sure you go ahead and double tap your screen, hit that like button for me. You guys know the routine. About 70 likes make the fish bite. If you are new to the channel, please type new in the chat. I always like to give proper introductions and let everybody know what we are up to, what that title means. What is Bass for Cash? Is that what you want to know? If you are new to the channel, just type the word new in the chat. Mano Dunker says, hey man, that's screaming chatterbait. Can you guys hear it? Can anybody hear it screaming? What's going on, Barbara? New from North Wales. Good to see you in the chat. Have you checking in today? Trey says, what lake am I fishing? I'm out here on Lake Lanier in Georgia. We are fishing for spotted bass. And right now we're just focusing on cranking, covering water and cranking. It's pretty much the name of the game. So we're just looking for something to come and hit me with the little tappy tap. What's going on, James? We have a few new people tuning in. All right, so what we are doing is this thing called Bass for Cash. Bass for Cash, I get out here on a weekly basis and do this thing called Bass for Cash. Now, I'm out here fishing, having a good time. Having a great time out here enjoying the scenery. You guys see that? It's not too bad out here today. As I get the fish to the boat, hopefully we'll get a fish or two to the boat. As I do, I will show you guys the fish. I will put it on a measuring board. I'll hold it up, let you guys take a good look at it. And all you have to do is, number one, be a subscriber. Once you have subscribed to the channel, then you just put your guess in the chat. All right, we'll go to subscriber only mode. All you have to do is put a guess in the chat. If you guess the exact weight of the fish, then bam, just like that, you walk away with a nice cash payout. Gary said, we're out here for a good time, not a long time. Gary knows the routine. A good time, not a long time. Man, those rocks and everything feel good down there. So right now I'm sitting in about 16 feet of water, guys. And we're just covering water, trying to see if we can find where these fish have kind of moved to. Brian says, am I going to try to get on Oconee before the tournament? I am not. I'm going to head straight to Oconee and just go for what I know once I get there. And that's about it. How about you, Brian? Are you going to be out on Oconee? I see kind of a ditch out here, guys. You see that ditch? There's a few fish out there kind of swimming around, so we'll see if we can pop one of them in the mouthpiece, get something to the boat so somebody can win some of this cash for one of these bass. Oh yeah, it's looking kind of lovely too. You guys see them? So they're out there kind of moving around a little bit. So we locked in on them. We're locked in on them. If they don't hit it this time, guys, we're gonna have to put a little bit of stank on it. So Brian, are you gonna be out on Lake Oconee? All right, if you have not subscribed to the channel, I suggest that you go ahead and hit the subscribe button now, because I have a feeling that I may be feeling the tappy tap in any minute now. Any minute now, we may be getting a fish to the boat where we will officially start doing this thing we call Bass for Cash. Now, what is Bass for Cash? That is where I come out here on a weekly basis. As I bring fish to the boat, I will put those fish on a measuring board. I will hold the fish up so you can take a look at it and everything. And all you have to do is be a subscriber to the channel. It does not cost anything to participate in Bass for Cash. Just be a subscriber to the channel, guess the exact weight of the fish, and bam, just like that, you will walk away with a nice cash prize. Now, membership does have its privileges, which means if you are a member of the channel, you will get 2 guesses per fish, which means you have twice the chance to win. Now, the other thing is that not only do you have twice the chance to win, you get twice the payout. All right. What's going on? We have waves tuning back in. Let's go ahead and put a little stank on it. So there's some fish down there, guys. We just have to see if I can entice one to go ahead and put his mouthpiece on there. Put a little stank on it. We'll get out here and see what that does for it. Martavia says, is that current flowing? Looks like a good sign. Well, we're fishing a wind-blown point right now, guys. And I kind of see a drop-off, kind of like a little ditch or something like that. But those fish are down there kind of moving around on it. So we'll see. We'll see if they want to participate. Maybe they will. Maybe they won't. Maybe we'll need to keep on moving. We'll see. Oh, my goodness. Look who stepped in the room. Kaboom. It is Clint Perry. Clint Perry slid in and hit the channel with a gifted membership. Big shout out to Clint Perry. I need everybody to put CP in the chat because Lion is now a new member of the channel. All right. So Lion will get 2 guesses for that next fish that comes through. Shout out to CP. CP, you know that makes you the current sponsor of today's live stream. What I say each week for anybody new to the channel is whoever gives the largest super chat, super sticker, or show of support, like Clint Perry, hitting us with that gifted membership, they are the sponsor of this live stream, because this channel is supported by you guys, the viewers, subscribers, and people that just kind of slide through every once in a while to see what this thing called Bass for Cash is. Shout out to M4. He says, well, how's it going out there, sir? It is going pretty tough. We're finding some fish, but you know what they're doing, Mako. They're putting their eyes on it, but they won't put their mouthpiece on it. Appreciate you, CP. Big shout out to Clint Perry. Uh-oh, Fisherman Dollar said you're about to get another blast of that cold. M4 says you'll get them, you'll get them. We'll see, we'll see. I see them out there. They're looking at me. I'm looking at them looking at me while I'm looking at them. But I don't need them to look. I don't need the window shoppers right now. I need some hungry hippos out there, something that want to put their mouthpiece on it. All right, M4, you know there's a big NOE Outdoors Expo going on tomorrow. I will be broadcasting live. 5280 says spinnerbait maybe? Let's see. Where's that spinner bait at? There we go. Okay, all right. We'll go ahead and I'll hook that up for you, 5280, because I do have one on the deck right now. So we'll put that spinner bait to work and see if it wants to get out there and do a little something for us. What I'll do is I'll throw it out there and let it sink all the way to the bottom and just kind of bump it along, because I see the fish related to the bottom. That's why I went ahead and put on the made a few casts with this shaky head. I thought for sure I'd at least get a tappy tap on it, but I'm not getting a tappy tap. I'm getting hung up a little bit. Let's go out here and get it. Get that loose. All right, so now we're out here sitting in about 13 feet of water. Let's see, what do we have here? What's going on? Lanier kayak bass fishing. He says bass gonna be everywhere again in like a month. Shout out to Lanier kayak bass fishing. You guys gotta go make sure you go and check out his channel on YouTube. Out there doing it big from that kayak. So have you been catching anything? How's fishing been going for you? Has it been tough for you? Or are you out there crushing it? Because for me, things have kind of slowed down. $52.80 says, can't wait for that top water bite. All right, let's go ahead and we're hung up again. So yeah, Lanier kayak bass fishing. How have things been going for you from the kayak side of things? Yeah, but I definitely can't wait till top water season comes back. Top water season gets here, all the fun is gonna begin. We got a nice little cove out here. So see if we can find anything. 5280 says, I'm literally dreaming about fishing that frog. All right, let's see. Let's go ahead and get back to cranking, guys, so we can keep covering water. All right, so we're breaking up a little bit, guys. All right, drop a 1 in the chat if you can hear me okay and see me okay. I guess we're gonna speed up a little bit and get out of this area. Drop a 1 in the chat if you guys can hear me okay. All right, appreciate that. 5280, Gary and John. So we're gonna kind of roll through here kind of quick. What's going on, William? Appreciate you. we're running along this bank with this is a Duckett cranking rod. I think it's a Zeus cranking rod. And I'm running a 6:8 to 1 gear ratio lose reel, guys. Whoever that was asking about that. Bring that right down the side of these docks. So yeah, I'm not really slowing down and fishing docks and stuff like that today, guys. We're just rolling. We're rolling. We're gonna be in and out of all these coves, and we're gonna take off and go to another spot. Uh-oh, now that was not a good cast. All right, there we go, got it back. And you know what? I only have one of these crankbaits. You know, normally you buy your baits in twos. So if one does get broke off or cracked up or anything like that, you have another one ready to roll. So I need another one. Sorry to hear that, Gary. Hope you and your fam are doing well. I know we all go through some rough times. Yeah, definitely have to spend time with family and make the most of the time that we have here, guys. Shout out to Gary. Make sure you guys hit that like. Man, those rocks feel good, guys. Those rocks feel good. Oh man, Gary, sorry to hear that. That's right, 5280 says stay strong. Yep, you always have to show your appreciation for people while you can. Wave says, do you use a certain brand? Right now I have Cigar fluorocarbon is what I use. We have a nice lay down back there. I don't know if you guys can see it. Let's throw this crankbait, see if we can get this crankbait through there. All right, let me throw this shaky head right in the middle of that lay down, guys. Bam, look at that, right in the middle of it. Can I fish a shaky head all the way through a lay down like that? Can I do it? Or will I get hung up? Uh-oh. Look like the tree man won that one. Oh man, Gary, I see what you're saying in the chat again. You said you'll leave her before you stop fishing. Oh my goodness. Yep, the tree won this one. You guys see that lay down? Now, if this was a predominant largemouth lake, I'm pretty sure we'd have got something off of this lay down. Well, looks like we have to break that one off, guys. I cannot see where it's going. All right, looks like the tree's gonna, oh, we got it, guys. I was about to say, looks like the tree's gonna win on that one. 5280 said, happy wife, happy life. Gary said, that is not his philosophy. Gary said, I do not agree. Gary said he wants somebody that, as long as they don't catch fish bigger than him, he's fine. All right, not a good cast, not a good cast. So let's redo it. How about that? Gary. Oh, not again, Gary. Oh man, Gary. Gary said I can always find a wife. No, Gary. Oh man. That does not sound good. Voodoo said Gary the stud. The burner season said hopefully she's not in the chat. Oh no. 5280 said, can you use forward-facing sonar to find a wife? Voodoo said, I can't afford to lose mine. He said, keyword afford. Let's get back to moving. All right, guys. So this is not working. We've put some time out here today. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna pack up and we're gonna roll and fish some fish an area that has like some shallow rock on it. And we'll see. I'm gonna change it up a little bit. Voodoo said her name is on my boat. All right, let's see. Where are we at, guys? Where are we at? You want to see how fast we're going to go through these? So look, we got a little bit of chop on the water. All right, guys, let's go ahead and see. Jody says 68. Nah, I'm not going to run 68 right now. I'm kind of in a different area. I have to look around to actually see where I'm at. I see some of these shallow water buoys. Generally, there's rocks around those, so we'll crank those a little bit, maybe shaky head, and we'll see what we can get. $52 says too much chop. Oh no, we can definitely hit 50 plus. That's easy work. All right, let's see, guys. Let's look around and see what we can see. All right. Sitting in 27 feet of water, I believe. Let's put this one on 360. So we do have a lot of rocks over here. So we'll just start them off on the shaky head. Yep, a lot of rocks over here. $52.80 says we're not in Kansas anymore. I have never fished Grand Lake. Gary said, he's just joking. He's just joking. Oh no, Gary said she was sitting right here behind me. Oh, Gary said she was sitting behind him and he didn't know it. Oh no. That's pretty funny, Gary. Oh no, Gary said he's in the doghouse now. Gary was talking big in the chat. Oh man, did she scare you, Gary? Did you jump whenever you realized she was behind you? And just get one of those cold stares with no words and then she walks away? Let me think, where am I at right now, guys? Just trying to think where we need to run to next. Voodoo, yes, I have seen that. That is what just happened to Gary. But Gary got caught. Oh no, Gary. Team CJ says, y'all seen the new league that's starting next January? It's a pro team series with big payouts. 100K to first in all 6 regular season tournaments and 250K to the championship winning team. Nope, I have not seen that one. Gary says, that just cost me another ring. There goes my new fishing rod. Oh my goodness, Gary. Gary was talking big in the chat. All right, still nothing from nothing leaves nothing. All right, let's see. Let's make one more cast here. And then we're going to roll out one more again. Gary says, I'm the man of the house till she comes home. He thought he was home alone. What's going on, Skeeter? Skeeter, I think I've seen you in the chat before. Good to have you back. We're out here once again doing the same old thing. This thing we call Bass for Cash. It's been a little slow though, Skeeter. Things are a little slow. One of the things I noticed though is the area that I really want to go to, the reception is kind of bad. Skeeter says he's gonna be ice fishing tomorrow. All right, let's go ahead and roll out, guys. Let's see. I know where we're gonna go. We're gonna make 2 more stops and then hopefully we'll have a fish on one of these 2 stops we're about to roll to. All right, let's keep on moving. Birds out here dipping their heads under the water. They're looking around, so let me hang out with these birds and look around too. Gary said this rings with a big rock on them. Or a big bell on them. All right, we've been out here for a little over an hour, guys. A little over an hour. Haven't found anything yet, but we're still looking. We're still scouting. What's going on, Kevin? Two Fishes in the chat. We have Team Quack Attack checking in again. Gary says I got the best old lady you could ask for. She's great. All right, guys, in the chat, what did you guys buy for Valentine's Day? I mean, I know you didn't get anything. I know you didn't get anything, but what did you buy for Valentine's Day? Or what did you do for Valentine's Day? How did you celebrate Valentine's Day? In the chat, let's take a poll. Let's just see, what did you guys do for Valentine's Day? Gary, you bought her a fishing rod. What did you guys buy for Valentine's Day? Dwayne says, waiting on you to catch a fish so I can win that money for my honey. Kevin Two Fishes said he worked. Voodoo says chocolates and a single rose. He did good. All right, he went the traditional route. M4 says, got my family a few gifts. Okay. Tony 450 said, nada. That doesn't sound right, Tony. What's up with that? Burning Season says, I bought myself a working girl. Oh, my God. Burning Season, no. Oh, no. Is Voodoo the only one? Okay, so M4 said he got a few gifts for his family. Okay. Did anybody else get anything normal besides M4 and Voodoo? Or is everybody else in here was everybody else in here raised by a pack of wolves? Let's see. All right, Waves. Hit her in the mouthpiece with the steak dinner. Okay. Anybody else? Come on. I mean, I know you guys had to get something. You had to buy them something. Crankbait says a ducket rod. Kevin Two Fishes says, got flowers and chocolate for the wife. Rebuild the flowers from my oldest daughter. Okay. Rebuild and flowers from my, okay. And let me see. Flowers from my youngest. Okay, good deal. Good deal. Kevin Two Fishes says he got a Red Bull. M4 says she's cooking him dinner on the grill. Uh-oh. Look at M4. Burning Season says, I hit mine in the mouthpiece with the steak dinner. Okay. I don't know if I believe that, Burning Season. I don't know if I'm believing it yet. I'm going to need to see evidence of the menu or something. All right, so we're fishing a shoal marker. Fishing some rocks, guys. But these fish ain't having it today. Man, I sure do miss topwater season, guys. Brian says, we are going to Leo's and have lobster. Okay. What's going on, Gary? Says she got me a fishing rod and she made me dinner. And I got her a ring and a dozen roses and taking her out to eat. Wow, look at Gary. I knew it, Gary. I knew Gary was out there doing it the right way. Look at him. Shout out to Nobody Really. Make sure you guys double tap the screen. Hit that like button. All right, guys, we're going to make one more cast and then we're going to head to another spot. We have to find some active fish. That's what we need. What's going on, Ika? In the chat. Good to see you back out here. Nobody said MoneyBass trying to take some fish out for Valentine's Day. Lily says, do I only freshwater fish? For the most part. I mean, I used to go on those, what they call them, party boats or something like that. Saltwater fishing where it's like big groups of people. Did that a few times. I think I went shark fishing one time. Oh, but I used to do, go fish for speckled trout and redfish every year. Did that for a while. All right, guys, what did I say? One more cast? Let me just take a look around and see. Do we need one more cast over here? I think we need one more cast. Fishing around Chicken Hawk today. Oh, you know what? Chicken Hawk is actually out on the lake, guys. I wonder if he's caught it. Oh man, I can't call him. My phone battery went dead. Let me check on my phone. And it is not charging. That is not good. What's going on, Teresa? Good to see you in the chat. M4 says, what lake is he on? I think he said Lake Jordan, maybe. Good question, Voodoo. So do we have any ladies in the chat? We want to hear what the ladies got for Valentine's Day. Do we have any ladies that's still in the chat? And what did you get for Valentine's Day? All right, let's ease back around just the back of this cove real quick. Do we have any ladies in the chat? And what did you get for Valentine's Day? Lily said 0. What does that mean? Come on, Lily. You're not going to trick us with that one. What did the ladies get for Valentine's Day? We need inquiring minds want to know. We need to know these things. All right, Lily said it means nothing. Gary said, what did MoneyBass, what did you do? Man, Gary, what did MoneyBass do for Valentine's Day? I went fishing. No, I'm just joking. Went and got something nice to eat for day 1 celebration. Day 2, might have to do a little something special once I get off the lake. Liz says, what kind of boat do I have? I'll give you a quick rundown real quick. Once I get these hooks out of here. I actually don't really use this to tie my boat off too often. I normally use my talons to just hold the boat in place. But the water level has actually come up. So I had to kind of shoot, it got my thumb, guys. All right, so Lily said, what kind of boat do I run? Hold on one second. Kevin Smith says, doing colossal tiger shrimp cocktail with St. Elmo's cocktail sauce for starter and pecan crusted chicken breast with honey mustard. Oh, you have the menu already ready. Gary said, Lily needs a new man. All right, Lily, so I'm running a Nitro Z20. Nitro Z20. So this is a 20-foot boat, and I have a Mercury 250 horsepower Pro XS 4-stroke motor, and I have 2 shallow water talons. For anybody that does not know what those are, they shoot a spike down into the bottom of the lake and hold the boat in place as long as I am in 10 foot or less of water. So those are shallow water anchors. All right, so right now, guys, we're gonna fish this bluff wall. We're just gonna crank down through here. See if maybe there's something out here that wants to come out and play. We'll see. But it's a nice cranking Friday. Sitting in about 19 feet of water right now. This says had a 24-foot CCC Pro. Okay. All right, good deal. He said, how does it compare to the 896 Savage? I don't know. I don't even know what that is. but it sounds like some type of beast. All right, I need you guys to hit me with a 1 in the chat. If you guys can still hear me okay and see me okay. I see Voodoo says lost video. Oh, he said it was just you. All right, let's go ahead and run down this cove right here and see what we got. Really appreciate that, everybody. You guys hit me with the 1 with the quickness. All right, so who is going to tune in tomorrow for the live stream that I'm doing tomorrow morning? I will be at an expo, NOE Outdoors Expo, guys. There will be a lot of great products and things like that. There will be vendors there that will have products that you haven't seen before. So we're going to showcase some of those, talk about some fishing industry topics, just have some fun hanging out. Who is going to tune in for the live stream tomorrow, guys? Tomorrow at 10 a.m. Somebody, anybody? Kevin Two Fishes says invite or tag me. I don't know how to do that. But if you go to my channel, the link is already up. So the link for the live stream tomorrow is already up. So all you would need to do is just go and click on that link that is on the channel now. And it just shows that it's an upcoming live stream. Just click on that and then click the notification bell. And you should get your notification. Voodoo says he might have to watch the replay. Lorenzo says, I'll be there. Gary says, I'll be there. Cool, cool. Tony says he'll watch. Good deal. Appreciate that. Kevin Two Fishes says, I'll tune in if I'm available. I want to check out some of that new stuff that might be shown on the screen. Shout out to Voodoo. Appreciate you for stopping through for a good time, not a long time. We have Popping Big Shots. Says, am I going to fish with Bassmasters? No, sir. I'm not going to be doing all that traveling. Lily says, I want to go fishing, but I like catching better. All right, still not seeing any action. Still not seeing any action. We're going to burn down this bank real quick. Kevin says, am I going to fish any of the Bass Opens? I am not. I do not like doing too much of anything that requires a lot of traveling. I did a lot of state-to-state fishing and all that good stuff. I don't know, just not that appealing to me anymore. All right, the wind has actually died down some. I'm out here in this protective cove now. Oh yeah, it definitely looks like a good spot for that shaky head. There was some fish down there following this crankbait, but I could not get them to commit. Oh my goodness, guys. I just cast this thing. I did not even look up. I did a super high cast. Can you guys see my crankbait? Can you see it? Can you see my crankbait out there? That is not good. Oh my goodness, and it's a pine tree. Oh no. And I only have one of these crankbaits. So you know what I'm gonna do? What I'm going to do is actually, instead of trying to pop it around that tree, where'd it go? Where did my crankbait go? There it goes. I'm going to let it drop all the way down and just go over here and take it off the line. Because if it gets stuck that high, I will not be able to get it. See, look at it, it's down here in the water now. Fisherman Dog says no money and no fish in those trees. And I would have to agree with you on that one. There we go. So we'll just do this. We'll do it the easy. You know, we can do this the hard way. We could do this the easy way. I think I'm going to do it the easy way. I'm going to take the speed clip off of there. Reel it in. And just put it back on the speed clip. How about that? Derek said he done went to squirrel hunting. All right, now we can just pop that right back on there. There we go. All right, let's cruise this bank. Now these rocks over here are generally out of the water. Gary said, I hope I didn't defend you. I am so sorry. No, what did Gary say? He says, well, he should do better. Let me see. For you on Valentine's Day. Okay, you guys are talking to Lily. Let her know, Gary. M4 says, watch the bank. Shoot, I almost did the same thing again, guys. Man, but I got my bait is fouled up. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, guys. Look at that right there. That's a big fish right there. And it's back behind the boat. Where'd it go? Man, the fish are sitting there right on it, guys. I'm determined to catch something with this minnow bait, guys. Everybody else is out there catching with it, but I can't seem to make it work. I'm gonna figure it out sooner or later. Let me show you guys what I'm fishing with right now. So there we go. Just throwing like a little simple minnow bait and just shaking it right in front of those fish to see if I can get any of them to bite. And it's not working just yet. They're not cooperating. Teresa said, did you put some stank on it? I sure didn't. You think that's what I need to put on there, Teresa? Is that what the problem is today? Derek, what? Derek, what did you just put in my chat? Derek, that is a severe violation. I know not what you speak of. I know not what that animal is. I can't believe you put something like that in my chat, Derek. I am offended. How could you, Derek? Ah, so close, so close. All right, we're gonna go ahead and lock on right there because those fish did come out and take a look at the bait, but they turned right back around. So Teresa, you might be right. Let's go ahead and put a little stank on it and slow it down for them. All right, let's put a little stank on it and see what'll happen. Shout out to Ika. Says, Money, I assumed you were in the Air Force, judging by the Air Force emblem I just saw. If so, thank you for your service. I come from a big military family. I do too. My pops was a lieutenant colonel in the Army, so he was doing his thing when he was in retired Army. I did a little something in the Air Force. All right, now let's see if we can. So Teresa, I got some stank on it, but appreciate you, Ika. Let's go ahead and get that out there. Bam, right where it needs to be. So there's my bait. I made a 50-foot cast. I'm trying to get it to come right here is where I needed it to land. So it's coming kind of a little distance away from where I needed it to go. But let's just see if any of those fish will take a look and come out of there. All right, I didn't get it close enough, I don't think. I'll fish it for just a quick second and get it back out there. Appreciate you, Gary. All right, we're gonna see. All right, Teresa, we're gonna see. Did it need a little stank on it? Is that what we were missing? Man, look at the scenery, guys. Do you see it? Isn't it lovely? One of those beautiful days. There's plenty of things to enjoy out here, guys. Plenty of things to enjoy out here. Especially when the fish don't want to cooperate, right? That's when you want to talk about the weather and all of the other things. Talk about everything else besides fishing, right? All right, so that time, I threw it right into it. So there's my bait going down right here. So I threw it right into the middle of that stuff now. So now I just have to fish it slow and get it through there without getting hung up. Let's see if we can do it. Gary says, it's not all about couching. You don't want to just sit on the couch. You want to get out there and enjoy life. It's not about couching. I'm just playing, Gary. Oh, my goodness, guys. Oh, no. Oh, no. He got me down into the cover, too. I don't know if we're going to get him out of there. Oh, no. It pulled me down in there, guys. And I don't feel it pulling back. That's right, Cal. It was a biggin', but I don't feel it pulling back anymore. It pulled me down in there. All I needed to do is give it a little slack and hopefully it'll start moving. No, after all of that. All right, Teresa, maybe you were right. Maybe it did need a little stank on it. But yeah, that one got me down in there. Let me see, did it come out? Yep, Kyle, I did. I went past it, and I'm pulling in the opposite direction now. But I think what it did is it actually pulled me down in there and got me wrapped up. So that is in there pretty tough. I do not think that is going to come out. It's going to break off, guys. Man, that was a good hit too, guys. Man, oh man. And the fish won. The fish won, guys. All right, there's another one under the boat. Let's try that one out. So look at that. There's a fish down here at about 35 feet, between 30 and 40 feet. And there's my bait coming down right there. You see that? There's the fish. There's my bait. There's two fish down there. See these two fish? One on that side, one on the other side. Let's see. Oh man, they're right on it, guys. And my alarm's going off. No. Let me drop it all the way on the bottom and see what happens. There's multiple fish down there on it. Johnny says, are you fishing for sport? We're doing this thing we call Bass for Cash, Johnny. What that is I come out here on a weekly basis. I have some fun out here fishing. See if I can get a fish or two to the boat in just maybe about 2 to 3 hours. And once I get the fish to the boat, I let you guys take a guess at the weight of the fish. And if you are able to guess the weight of the fish, then you will walk away with a nice cash prize. It is just that quick and simple. All you have to do is be a subscriber because it does not cost anything to participate, all right? So that is how Bass for Cash works. So appreciate everybody, new subscribers, new viewers for tuning in. But we're out here just having a little fun, seeing if we can get some of these fish to bite. Now, for anybody that is just tuning in, we did just lose one. The fish won the battle. You can't win them all. Sometimes the fish are like, nah, buddy, you're not getting me to that boat this time. And that's pretty much what just happened. Yep, Johnny, you have to be at least 18 years old. Shout out to Johnny. Says, I'm 14. What's the biggest fish you've ever caught, Johnny? What's going on, Connor? Connor says, how's the fishing going? It's going. It's going. Not like I had planned, but it's going. Let's go ahead and put some stank on here, guys. Let's try that out because there are some fish right under the boat. They have the eyeballs on it, but they won't put their mouthpiece on it. Shout out to Clint Perry. He just hit up Kenny C with a gifted membership. Everybody put Clint Perry, put CP in the chat once again. Clint Perry is the sponsor of today's live stream. Really appreciate you, Clint. Everybody put CP in the chat. We're going to see if we can pop one of these fish right in that mouthpiece. See what we can make happen. There they go. Look at them, guys. Look at those big fish right down there underneath the boat. Those fish are huge. We're going to see if we can get one. Here's my bait coming down right here. It's going right down there to those fish sitting in about 40 feet of water. So we're going to see. What's going on, Samuel? Samuel says, where are you at? I am currently on Lake Lanier in Georgia. Trying to get a spotted bass to the boat for you guys. But they are just not cooperating today. All right, appreciate you for swinging through for a good time, not a long time, Ika. Ika says, going to go, money. I'll catch you later. I appreciate you for stopping through. Man, I want those big ones down there. Take it. I just need one of them. One of those big. I want to see how big those things are because they are huge on the screen. Johnny says, have you caught any trophies yet? So what would you consider a trophy, Johnny? What would you consider a trophy? Because depending on what lake you're used to fishing at, a trophy here may not be a trophy where you're at, especially if you're in Texas. Water temp sitting around 49 degrees, so the water temps have dropped once again. We were just up into getting into the mid 50s about 3 days ago. And just like that, those temps are gone. Oh man, forgot I need to retie this. All right, guys, it is 5:36. I think it might be time for a countdown. Let's put, 24 minutes on the clock, and then we're going to roll out. Make sure you guys tune in tomorrow at 10 a.m. Tomorrow, I will be hosting a live. I will be at an expo, guys. Tomorrow at 10. Who is that? Vernon? Vernon Neal? What is going on, buddy? Where have you been? I haven't seen you chat for a long time. Right. Cal said it got to be 10 pounds. No, sir. I have not caught a 10-pound largemouth before. My biggest largemouth is 8.56, and that was on Lake Chickamauga. So I will be at the NOE Outdoors Expo tomorrow, live at 10 a.m., guys. Live at 10 a.m. All right, let's see. So we got to go ahead and get spooled back up. Tanner says, do I fish in Tennessee? Tennessee, I believe that's Lake Chickamauga. So I fished Lake Chickamauga. I fished Tim Ford, and I have fished Douglas. So Lake Chickamauga is where I caught my biggest largemouth, that 8.56. I caught that using a 6XD crankbait, banging it off of rocks. It was a pretty good day. But I guess the thing about it, I caught that fish on a Friday, and the tournament was that Saturday. So that was the only bad thing about it. I caught it one day too early. All right, let's get this knot tied up. 1, 2. So this is an Alberto knot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So have I been deep sea fishing? I have been saltwater fishing a few times. All right, let's go ahead and get this ready and get back out here. How much time do we have? We have 21 minutes on the clock, guys. 21 minutes on the clock. We're around some fish, but will I be able to get those fish to bite is the question. They've been acting kind of finicky. So we'll see. They may say, nah, MoneyBass, we ain't gonna bite. We're gonna make you look bad in front of all your friends. We want everybody to laugh at you today, so we're not gonna bite. We're gonna keep our mouthpiece to ourselves. Man, I would have loved to see that fish that just broke off, guys. Michael said, this man and fish just don't mix. They don't get along. The fish don't want to come to his boat for some reason. All right, we're going to do a quick polymer knot on here. So we have a shaky head opportunity, and we have like a spoon drop shot, something like that. But you know, I need to actually get my drop shot set back up, because some of these fish that I've been seeing, even though I had replaced that drop shot with something else, I need to go ahead and put that back on there, because it's possible that they may actually bite a drop shot now. Because that spoon bite was doing its thing maybe about, what, 3 weeks ago? Then the spoon bite died down. And you saw we started picking them up on a crankbait. Crankbait, I may just be coming out here a little too late in the evening. But we'll see, we'll see. All right, so what do we have? We have 18 minutes on the clock. 18 minutes on the clock, guys. So yeah, so there they go. So there's the fish are still out here. This fish is sitting about 40 feet away, but they're coming in and out of these rocks. So there are rocks out there. You guys see those rocks? So those rocks come down into the water some. So we're gonna fish those. Birdman says, just wondering what color line you like. So I use high-vis yellow line, but only for my main line. That leader that you just saw me tie on, that was 12-pound fluorocarbon line. And it is just clear. 12-pound clear fluorocarbon line. And I put, depending on the water clarity, which this lake is very, very clear. So I put typically like a 15 to 20 foot leader on there. Michael Miller says, hit him with the wacky rig. Gary says, I have faith. I have faith that one of those fish are going to come back and do what they're supposed to do. Gary said, what? You don't say anything about FishX Live? Oh, you know I was mentioning FishX Live. FishXLive.com. Do we have anybody in the chat that fishes tournaments or that hosts tournaments, whether it's crappie fishermen, catfish, bass, any type of tournaments in the chat? Does anybody in the chat fish tournaments? Uh-oh, guys. What was that? Birdman says, just started fishing after 20 years. Okay. Had to get back to it, right? Michael Miller says he's trying to fish one in April through Tourney X. Okay. So is that a kayak tournament? What kind of tournament will you be fishing? Gary says he has 2 tournaments coming up next month. next weekend, I will be fishing a tournament on Lake Oconee. Alex said, "You got enough room for me?" Man, look at the sun rays over there. See those rays coming through the clouds, guys? William said, "Did you see the footage of the whale swallowing the guy and spitting him back out?" I sure did. Did anybody else see that? That was kind of crazy, wasn't it? Oh man, that was wild. We have 11 minutes on the clock, guys. 11 minutes. 11 little minutes on the clock. And I really, really want to catch one on one of these minnow baits. William said, "No kayaks in the ocean for me." I bet. I mean, at least it was a whale. It could have been a lot worse than that, right? All right, Let's ease on down here and go and check out some other things. All right, it's the grand finale. We have 9 minutes on the clock, guys. 9 minutes. We're at 90 likes. You think we can get 10 more likes within these last few minutes of this live stream? Let's see if we can hit 100. Tug Drug Fishing says, I need some cash, man. I was trying to give you guys some cash, but the fish wouldn't cooperate. Is it the fish's fault? I think it's the fish's fault, right? Can I blame it on the fish for not participating? Gary said, go back and try to see if you can get that one back again. Man, I think that one down there got pinned to the tree because I stuck him pretty hard. I think his mouthpiece gonna be hurting for a few days. William could see the drop off. Okay. Yeah, I'm seeing a few little fish out there. Uh-oh, guys. Oh, no. No. How many minutes do we have? 6 minutes. We had a nice hit too, guys. A nice hit, but it didn't keep it. All right, we're gonna try him one more again. Oh, I see him out there with his friends. Let's back off of him a little bit. Picked it up and put it down. Gary said, not another one. Johnny said, no. Hey, guys, it's one of those days. It's just one of those days. Michael said, I'm convinced that profile pic of you holding those two giant bass is photoshopped. Oh, man. Oh, appreciate it, guys. We hit 100 likes. We had a pretty decent time out here today, guys, but the fish just won't cooperate. But I guess, it's kind of my fault too, guys. How many fish did I miss today? 2? Either 2 or 3. Gary said, you're messing with our money. He said, playing with my money is like playing with my emotions. We have 4 minutes on the clock, guys. 4 minutes and counting. Gary said, don't let Chicken Hawk see this. We'll never hear the end of it. Shout out to Vernon. Dropped in for a few minutes, and now he's dropping out. Really appreciate you for tuning in. Slid through for a good time, not a long time. We have 3 more minutes on the clock, guys. Vernon says he is at work and duty calls. Gavin says you have 2 minutes on the clock. Gary says he was bragging on me. Come on, Gary. Gary, listen. This is just a bad dream. This is not for real today. You are still sleeping. When you wake up, this will feel like it was so real, okay? But this is just a dream, Gary. Go to sleep. Go to sleep, Gary. This is not real. This is just your imagination. MoneyBass always catches fish, Gary. This is just a figment of your imagination, okay? Oh, man. Yeah, for me, things have been kind of up and down a lot. I mean, the water temps were in the 40s a few weeks ago. Then they shot up to like the 50s, like mid 50s. And now they went back down. We're sitting at 48, 49 degrees now. Gary says, I know, I was having a nightmare. That's right, Gary. This is just a figment of your imagination. It's all a dream. All right, peoples. This is the last cast. Let's see. Boom. Did you see it? Did you see the last cast hit right there? Let's see if we can wake Gary up from his nightmare. Gary says it was crooked. The cast was not straight. I think Gary's saying I have to redo that cast because something was wrong with it. Michael says, change the dollar sign to a negative sign. Oh, no. Man, things turn bad quick around here. All right, Michael, I'm going to remember these days. I'm going to remember this, Michael. Gary said, my nightmare is getting worse. It's not getting better. Yeah, Gary, I think it's a pretty bad one this time. I even milked the cast, too. All right, Gary said that cast was crooked, so it didn't count. And I can't do a last cast and it's crooked. I mean, it has to be a correct cast, you know what I mean? So let me just fix this cast real quick for Gary and do it the right way. What is that out there? Let's take a look. All right, Gary, I see what you were saying. The cast was a little crooked, so let me just straighten the cast out a little bit and redo it, because I don't want to end the day on a cast that was crooked. Let's do another cast and make this one. Okay, there we go. Now that one was straight that time, Gary. So there we got a nice straight cast this time. Lorenzo says, are you going to catch something? Yeah, so Lorenzo, I am going to catch something, but I have a question for you, Lorenzo. Are you talking about today? Does it need to be today, Lorenzo? Are you asking me if I'm going to catch something today, or can we, kind of extend it past today? Just asking for a friend. Chris Phillips says, why y'all so hard on money? They hard on me, Chris. They said I can't catch fish. They just said I need to get rid of the dollar sign. They said I need to change my name from MoneyBass to Negative Bass. Lorenzo said, yes, he is talking about today. Oh, I misunderstood, Lorenzo. You should have told me that earlier. I didn't know that you were talking about today. Michael said, I am about to catch something, Lorenzo. Do you see that? So, yes, I am about to catch something. Michael said, I'm about to catch an ale. Oh, no, Michael, why? How could you do it to me? Michael said he is about to catch an ale. Oh, no, not catching an ale. Say it ain't so. Oh, man. Man, I don't want an ale. I don't want to catch an ale. That's worse than catching a catfish, right? That's absolutely right. Oh, man. Uh-oh, where did the sun go? The sun is hiding, guys. It took off and left me. All right, guys. Looks like Michael was right. Oh, hold on just a second. What is this? What do I have? Let me flip it. Michael was right. I just caught an L. Michael, you were right. Oh, my goodness. All right, guys. Look, I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Listen, make sure you guys come online tomorrow, 10 a.m. I will be live at the NOE Outdoors. That's NOE Outdoors expo. We'll be showcasing a lot of products and vendors that have products that you guys have never seen before, all right? So really appreciate that. Shout out to Michael. Michael called it. He saw that L coming. So, but we'll get out here and do it again. Next time, I'm pretty sure we'll have a little better luck, guys. Look, I do keep coming out here a little late. From what I'm hearing, guys are having more luck in the, earlier in the day. So I'll try to get out here earlier next time, guys. So maybe I'll be back on Sunday. We'll see. But tomorrow I will be at the expo. So make sure you guys go and check me out on MoneyBass on YouTube. You guys are on the channel right now. So the link is already on my channel. So it is showing as an upcoming live stream. So I want to make sure that you tune in for that. All right. Let's see, guys. What am I missing? All right. So really appreciate everybody for tuning in. I will see you guys tomorrow. Want to give a big shout out to, I can't forget, SWAT Lawn Operations, and also fishxlive.com. You guys remember that name. Make sure you go and check it out, fishxlive.com. If you are a tournament fisherman, tournament organization, bass club, crappie club, catfish club, any of that good stuff, make sure that you go and check out fishxlive.com. And big shout out to SWAT Lawn Operations, guys. Remember that name. All right, appreciate everybody, and I will see you on the next live stream.